Vikings in this one. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Seminoles will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The give to the back. He couldn't get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you find yourself behind the chains.
I love when defensive backs come up, and they are physical, and they stick their face in the fan, and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Scanning the field, it's Pavia. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Touchdown, Florida State! And they turn it into a defensive score.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. There he goes. Gets that thing away from the goal line. He's all the way out to the 7 with a pickup of 6.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Listen, that ain't what the offense expected, but they're plenty happy about it. You just try to create a little bit of room. I don't want to throw out of my own end zone, right? Then I can create a safety. I'm worried about passing. I'm worried about the quarterback. Even if he slips, something happens. But nice job just creating some space, running the football, springing on loose. I will take it. I didn't think he was going to go that far, but I'll take it.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. A little release to the back. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. They're back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Makes the grab. Got enough space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Again, and here comes that Commodore offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Pavia. Rushes on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Throws to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Got his man quickly.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Seminoles line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. 4th down in inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense is won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Bobby. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got him this time. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up the O. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this 1st half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet.
has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Breaks into the open. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They'll try the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Pavia. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Turning it on. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And the Commodores racing to the line in the hurry up. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Sherrill. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. The Commodores are on the move.
Man, the option is so hard to stop, and so many bodies near the line of scrimmage on fourth and short.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Dropping back, it's Pavia. Under fire. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Throws for the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He'll start this drive firing. He rifles one deep down the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
But to play the quarterback position, you do have to have a short memory. And this quarterback would love to have some throws back. He's thrown a couple picks already, but he's still out there taking chances and trying to make some plays for this offense.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
And that would have been number 3 on the day if he could have just got his puppies in bounds. But this defense, they've done an unbelievable job in the passing game. They've got this quarterback's number, and they're breaking on the football and making plays.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Hand off to the fullback. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him.
And the ball is free on the pitch. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Let's it go to the end zone. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Leaves it with the back. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Now adjusting. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Pulls it in. It's Robinson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Let's go.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Commodores will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You know, we just went into half, and we drew up all these adjustments, things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Arizona State. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. That's caught. It's Stowers. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
They just keep firing. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Takes it the other way. At the 20. Touchdown, no! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Finds his man. It's Young. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
grabbed behind the line. It's Gillespie. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That probably looked way better on the play sheet than it did on the field. The screen gets nothing.
Yeah, it didn't look good on the field, that's for dang sure. You know, you got to invite those guys up the field and kind of sell that you're going to throw the ball deep on the screen. They didn't sell it real well. Defense did not bite at all. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to go.
The Commodores want to move quickly. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Grab near the sticks. It's Gillespie. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
Man, really nice job by the defense. Understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
They'll send the back in motion. He'll toss it. Will get there. A fourth down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They feed him again. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And these slides after picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Slithers into space. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They want to run this quarterback. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
Well, you got to have a lot of confidence in your offensive line to go for it in that situation of the field at this juncture of the game. But this head coach does, and his offense shows you why. Great job up front getting some push, and the running back knew exactly where he needed to go.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. It's reverse. And the defense played that one beautifully, and they'll knock him down for a loss. The Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The play action fake. Gets it out fast. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it, and I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Fires to the wideout. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. Now, it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football, but there's definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The offense changing the play. To throw, it's Pavia. Makes the catch. It's Spence. Oh, he's got some space. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Commodores! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. It's complete to the right. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Caught in the backfield, it's McCoy. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Sweet cut there.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And they're going to try to convert on 4th down, run for 2 so far today. Oh, but he has enough to move the chains.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
Creates a little room. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Guys,